What's wrong with this thing? Briana had been trying to call Aaron from the office phone for about 20 minutes now, but unfortunately, there seemed to be some technical issues with the line. Briana shrugged as she got out of her comfy chair and put on her heels again. Boy, these are tough to wear. She strutted out of the office and scanned the floor. Does anyone know where Aaron is? Aaron, I thought I saw him downstairs. I think he went to pick up some files. I'm right here. Oh, great. Come inside. I have a new project to discuss with you. Aaron logged out of his account and grabbed his notepad before rushing into Briana's office. What is it? Sit down. Briana took out a few posters, files, and videos. I'm going to send you some links to these movies. I need you to watch all of them before you go to interview this director. All of them? Yes. And remember, you love all of them and you're a big fan of his work since your childhood years. I don't even know who you're talking about, Briana. That's why you'll do your research. Do you expect me to do all of your work now? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, who is this man? Liam Robertson. He's got a new film coming out, Fast and Curious 10. I want you to be the first person to interview him personally. You're gonna go to his penthouse in Sacramento. Fast and Curious 10? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Briana. You saw what happened in the last one, right? The car literally turned into an automotive Tarzan. It was unbelievable. You better not say anything like that except for praise in front of him. And one more thing, Aaron. I'm strictly warning you. When you're there, you better not bother Mr. Robertson's sister. Bother his sister? Do I look like one of those studs to you? No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant don't speak with her. Why not? Look, I'm only telling you this because once you get there, I know you'll discover what happened to her. But this is serious, Aaron. Something happened to her some years back when she was in college. She was majoring in fine arts at the BII University. She wanted to make her own horror movies. But something suddenly happened to her. She went mad, insane, and ended up having to spend a lot of time in a mental asylum. She was discharged about a year back. I heard they say something paranormal happened to her. But she seems to be well now, so good for her. I don't want you to bother her about her past, okay? Okay, Briana, I won't. What? You won't? Aaron, I want you to assure me you won't. Yeah, Briana, I won't. Aaron said, looking through the posters of Fast and Curious as he head out the door. Got a lot of binge watching to do tonight. Since the interview was to be super exclusive, it was supposed to be filmed at Liam Robertson's penthouse the next Monday morning, 3 days later. Briana had arranged a flight from Los Angeles to Sacramento and back. It was only a few hours worth of work. Welcome, Aaron Moore. I was expecting you would be here soon. It's such a grand opportunity to get to speak with you one-on-one. I'm truly a fan of your work, Mr. Robertson. Really? And so am I. Call me Liam. I try to catch your show every week. You've got some awesome survival techniques. I love the show in Hawaii. Aaron had a rather fun time interviewing Liam Robertson, but he still had one curiosity, Fast and Curious. And he found the perfect instance when Liam took him around the penthouse when Aaron was interviewing him on his daily routine. Who's that? Oh, that's my sister, Katy. Katy, come over here for a minute. Aaron was a little surprised to see Katy absolutely normal. She didn't look like someone who spent years locked away in a mental asylum. Hi, I'm a reporter, Aaron Moore. Hi, I'm Katy. Liam Robertson invited Aaron to stay over for lunch. It was after some small talk at the table when Liam took leave that Aaron took the chance to speak with Katy. This would be a little secret he'd keep from Briana. So I heard you wanted to become a filmmaker yourself. Yeah, but that was years ago. I was very inspired by my brother. I used to make short films and videos I would post online. So what happened? Why did you stop? Well, life doesn't always turn out the way you want it. That's true, but I've actually heard quite a number of stories about you. People say you experienced something paranormal. You've had to stay at a mental asylum for 4 years, am I right? If you don't mind me asking, what really happened? So, reporter Aaron Moore, you've done your research on me as well. Well, you see, I'm quite interested in the world of the paranormal. I was struck with curiosity when I heard what happened to you. I couldn't help myself but to ask. It happened back in my first year in college. Like I said, I used to make short horror films with a couple of my friends in my class. We used to go to distant places for some peace and quiet when we shoot. It was one of those days that we got news of an abandoned house in Carson City, in Nevada, about 2 hours from here. Apparently, a serial killer used to live there. He kidnapped many people who he tortured and kept bound there. 3 of my friends and I decided we would stay there overnight. We headed out and got there sometime around 5 p.m. The first thing we noticed was the awful stench in the house, but we didn't pay much heed to it, assuming it would have been some dead rats or something. The house was rotting. We started cleaning up a small space and set our cameras and sleeping bags in the living room. When the sun set, we realized there was no electricity there either, but that wasn't an issue. We were used to visiting old houses and ruins, so we carried a bunch of equipment with us. We all had flashlights, food, tools, and knives just in case of wild beasts or whatnot sneaking in late into the night. Once everything was arranged, we took our flashlights and started looking around the house. There were a number of strange portraits in the hallways and in the rooms. There were pictures of various people, but what was odd was that none of them seemed to be posing for the photo. Rather, it seemed that they were frightened by something. We were all pretty spooked out already in the dark, but we joked around about it to encourage each other as we went deeper inside towards the basement. The basement door was rusted. There were numerous locks that were then broken. When we stepped inside, we were shocked to discover it might have been the cell where the sick killer used to lock up his victims. There were chains and shackles hung up on the walls, and numerous bizarre devices and contraptions strewn onto a steel table. They had all become rusty and old, or at least they seemed to be by all the stains everywhere. Everything was creepy as was, but there was something else that was bothering all of us there. The awful smell we had been getting from the moment we entered the house seemed to be getting worse. It was so strong I started to become lightheaded. My friends and I decided we would leave right away, because something didn't seem right. But when we got out to the hallway, something strange and frightening happened. All I could remember were my friends all shouting in fear, seeing something coming towards us. When I looked closely, I saw all those pictures that were hung up on the walls start to move as if they were coming to life. We didn't know what to do. We all ran back inside the basement and locked ourselves in there. We were all horrified by what we saw. We feared if we went out there again, we wouldn't be able to escape with our lives. What was that? Do you think it was the spirits of the victims who lost their lives here? Those pictures, were they of them? No, I read an article about this place. One of the victims had been shot down in this house when he refused to surrender. It must be his vengeful spirit. Numerous doubts and superstitions were running in our minds. I couldn't bear the horror nor the stench. That's when everything started to go black and I fainted. When I woke up the next morning, I was horrified to see my friends lifeless, in a horrible condition, laying on the floor around me. I didn't know what to do, but after some time, I gathered my courage and went out to call the police. When they arrived, they took me in for questioning and locked down the house for investigation. I later learned that the police found a gas leakage there, hence the odd odor we all smelt. After a thorough investigation, they concluded that my friends must have started hallucinating after inhaling the gas. They started to imagine seeing things and became paranoid, which led them to attack each other and eventually take each other's lives with the tools that we had brought along. I was lucky to have escaped the horrible accident as I lost consciousness. When the police questioned me, I didn't believe anything they said. There was something there. I saw it with my own eyes. The pictures, they came to life. There were spirits, ghosts. The house is haunted. There was no way they were going to make me believe otherwise. That's why they sent me to the mental asylum. I stayed there for 4 years before I was discharged. And now, I'm just trying to catch up on life. I want to forget that horrible night. Aaron leaned back in the chair and looked at Katy. So, what do you think? What is it? Was there truly something paranormal there? Or could it really have been a hallucination? Katy sighed. Aaron, there is a correct answer and an honest answer. If I said the honest answer, I would have still been in the asylum. But I said the correct answer. That's why I'm able to sit with you here today. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.